Good morning, Petway Patriots. Happy Patriot Pride Day. Good morning, Mrs. Mongaluzzo. Good morning, Mrs. Killingsworth.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Petway Patriots. This month, our trait of the month will be respect. And what does respect mean? To me, respect means caring enough to consider how your words and your actions may impact others.
Very important to always be respectful. We know good Petway Patriots always show respect. Up first, we have our Petway cheer. Let's make sure we all join in together.
Another month just has begun. Time for learning and for fun. Here we are to welcome you. Say hello, how do you do? Kindergarten waves hello. First grade shouts hooray. Hooray. Second grade says yeehaw. Third grade gives 3 claps. Fourth grade raises the roof. Fifth grade leads the rest. They salute. Welcome to each and every one. Petway Patriots are second to none. Yay, Petway!
Great job, Petway Patriots. Next up, we're going to hear a little bit more about respect from our Paul and Pauline story.
Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Pauline. And this is the Paul and Pauline Show.
Today, we show respect. I show respect by treating others the way I want to be treated.
I show respect by listening when my friends are speaking.
I show respect by using polite words like please and thank you.
I show respect for others by wearing a mask and social distancing.
Paul and Pauline want to know how you show respect.
Mrs. Mongaluzzo, I could see you are here with us right now, but where in the city were you earlier this morning?
Oh, Mrs. Federico and Petway Patriots, do we have a treat for you guys again this week? Earlier today, I was at the Millville Motor Sports Park, right in Millville, New Jersey, right next to our neighbors to Vineland is our city of Millville. And they have an actual racetrack on 500 acres. It is amazing. And I encourage all of our Petway Patriots to get out there. You can walk around any day of the week. You can catch a race. You can catch some qualifying races. And it really is, I had never been there. It was my first time there. And I love it and plan to go back.
All right, well, let's take a look at Mrs. Mongaluzzo at the Speedway.
Good morning, Petway Patriots. Mrs. Mongaluzzo here with another segment of Where in the City is Mrs. Mongaluzzo. Last week, we were over in Millville at the Millville Airport. Today, we are in Millville once again, here at the Millville Motorsports Park. It is located here in Millville on over 500 acres. You can come out almost any day of the week and see some live racing here on the track. Today, we are lucky enough to be here with one of our local South Jersey drivers, Miss Shauna. Shauna, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in racing and what you do here at the Millville Motorsports Park?
Hi guys, I'm Shauna Lamena. I am 24 years old. I've been racing now for 2 years, although I've been at the track for about 15 years now. My dad's been racing for quite some time, so we've been here pit crewing for him. My whole family comes out. It's a great family affair. We're here almost every other weekend. It's been a long time here at New Jersey Motorsports Park, and I started racing about 2 years ago when I was finally allowed behind the wheel. I had to graduate school first. That's the most important part. So we come out every weekend. We get friends, family, everyone just kind of supports each other. It's a big family affair. It's nice amateur racing to watch, but we keep it as competitive as possible. So it's a lot of fun.
And this is your car?
This is my car. This is a Mazda Miata MX-5. You guys can take a look inside of it. It's pretty tiny in there, but you got your seatbelts in here. All race gear seatbelts. This comes up so that you're all blocked and you're all safe in there. The wheel pops right on. And you're ready to go. Wow. We put our nice little Hans on. Grab our helmet. This is safety gear.
And I'm guessing the suit is flame resistant in
It
case, God
is.
forbid, any
It
crashes
is.
or anything like that. Gotta keep you guys safe.
Yes. We're ready to go.
How much is that heavy? Looks the helmet and everything.
It's not bad.
Not too bad. All right.
You definitely get a good sweat in. So it's a great sport, a big family affair here, and we just love doing it. It's not our full-time jobs, but it's something to do on the weekends. Definitely sometimes pass the time around. We have a great time doing it. And I get to do it with my dad, so it's even better.
Aw, how nice. All right, Shauna, will you do us a favor? Can you get in and start it up for us?
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make you get all that back on. Shauna, how fast can it go?
On the straight, we could probably hit 108, 109.
All right, that's 108, 109 miles an hour, my friends. Patriots, we've also found Shauna's dad, Mike, and he does some of the behind the scenes here with the cars. And what we wanted you to know, he's going to talk more about some of the careers that you could have with racing, not just being a driver, but there's a ton of behind the scenes too. So Mike, can you tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Sure. Well, my job here is to maintain both of our cars. I race as well, and Shauna's car, so I do all the maintenance on the car, and it's actually becomes fun. You know, it's something for us to do on the weekends. We work on the cars together to get them ready for the race, and that's always a blast as well, not only racing them. There's a lot of opportunities down here for volunteers, so even for young folks, and that's how Shauna started. Shauna started coming to the track with us, and we put her up in the tower in timing and scoring, and she took down cars' numbers as they were coming by, so she helped out with timing and scoring when she was probably 13 or 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, there are a lot of programs here for our amateur racing schedule to help out on the corners, watching cars, and you know, just helping out. We give you headsets so that you know, official headsets, so you can talk to the towers, and it's as Shauna said, it's a family sport, but there's a lot of volunteering that happens here. And then as far as careers are concerned, this is the first step. You will find, folks, this is SCCA, which is the Sports Car Club of America, and that's the largest sports car club in the country right now. And the car that Shauna's driving is the single largest class. So there's more of these racing on any given weekend than all other cars put together.
Oh, wow.
So it's a huge class. At our championships last weekend, 77 cars left the grid, took the green flag at the same time.
Wow.
So it was a lot of cars. But you'll find that a lot of them, everybody has heard of NASCAR. A lot of the folks from NASCAR started here in SCCA.
Oh, great.
This is where they got their start. So you can make a career out of this, either working on the cars or driving them.
So maybe we'll see Shauna one day at Talladega.
Maybe we'll.
Taking the
Maybe
checkered
we'll.
flag.
There you go.
All right,
There you
girl.
go.
Okay, Petway Patriots, it's time to go for a ride in the pace car.
Usually about 40 miles an hour. Take them, they line up, they go side by side here where they're supposed to be set up. Okay, and then down here they'll have to single file to get out onto the track. Lights are on so they can see us. goes 2.24 miles. Okay, I'll get the people out on the track here. They'll line up side by side again. And moving at about 50 to 60 miles an hour with a pace lap. Get the cars so they don't overheat. You gotta try to stay in the center of the track, but it doesn't work when you go through the kind of turns because the car just doesn't want to do that. Keep them going, and normally right about here I'll shut the lights off, call the tower and say lights out, pace car. That means when the lights are out, the race cars know they're going to have a start, so they'll line up and pack up really tight, getting ready for the start.
Petway Patriots, we are inside the tower, where they keep track of timing and scoring for the race cars.
First, second, third, fourth, fifth. They'll say what position the car is.
Wow, Mrs. Mongaluzzo, that looked like so much fun.
It really was.
I can't believe you got to ride in a real race car.
Yep, it was. We took a couple laps around the track, about 90 miles an hour, Mrs. Federico. It was pretty fun.
And I learned so much. We're going to learn a little bit more with a special science activity from Mrs. Nonemacher.
Hello, Petway Patriots. Mrs. Nonemacher here. I am outside on a typical October morning. It is foggy, as you can see. Just looking up in the sky, looking at the clouds. Sun is trying to come out. Did you know that clouds can hold up to millions of gallons of water? That is pretty amazing. But what happens if they get too heavy? When the clouds get too heavy, water comes out. It's called precipitation. It could come out in the form of rain, hail, snow.
Let it snow, let it snow.
So I have a really cool experiment to show you today. We're gonna make our own rainstorm. Let's go. So what you will need for this experiment is shaving cream, a large glass. I'm using a flour base, food coloring, a measuring cup, and a spoon. So you're going to fill your large glass container about halfway full with water. You're going to take your shaving cream and you're going to put it on top and make your container rise about 3/4 of the way. The spoon helps you flatten out the shaving cream. So the shaving cream is going to be like our clouds. And I added food coloring into my water in my, about a half a cup in my measuring cup. And as I said before, when clouds get too heavy, it rains. So we are going to gently add a teaspoon of water until it starts to storm. Oh no, the clouds are getting very heavy. Look at this rainstorm coming in. So as you can see, the clouds got very heavy and out came the precipitation. Watching Petway Patriots, I hope you enjoy this experiment. Have an awesome day.
Falling on my head like a new emotion.
Great job, Mrs. Nonamacher. Always so interesting and fun. Next up is Patriot Pride shout outs. First up is Mrs. Khan. She wants to give a shout out to her whole class for showing so much effort for learning their letters, their sounds, and their sight words. Great job, kindergarten.
Mrs. Castellini wants to give a shout out to her entire class for putting in effort and always participating in their work. They are doing a wonderful job.
Some more of our kindergarten students from Mrs. Dubois' class are getting a shout out for putting forth great effort in completing their online work and for coming to school super prepared to learn. Great job, Mrs. Dubois' class.
Mrs. Smith would like to give a shout out to Leah Kanama for completing his online work on time and coming to school ready to learn and having fun.
Mrs. King would like to send a shout out to Ava Kelly for showing effort and participation in class. Great job, Ava.
Mrs. Holt would like to send a shout out to Summer, Sadie, and Angel for working hard on their centers with their virtual partners, Yakiel, Ivan, Bismali, and Sanaya.
Mrs. Peretta would like to thank her fourth graders, Chris Cano, Hernandez, and Timmy Lapukov for being responsible learners and doing all of their ESL work and coming out to all of her Zoom classes. Great job, Chris and Timmy.
Mrs. Napoli would like to give a shout out to Chloe, Ezra, and Michaela for putting lots of effort into their classwork. Great job, guys.
Mrs. Weaver's homeroom is getting a shout out for completing their assignments on time and joining Google Meets for extra help. She is very proud of all of you.
Mrs. Masher would like to give a shout out to Zeliana Torres. Zeliana was absent and sent a message to Mrs. Mastro to see what she missed for the day because she did not want to fall behind on her work. That truly shows responsibility. Great job, Zeliana.
Mrs. Brady would like to give a shout out to her entire class for being such hard workers and for always trying their best. Great job, Mrs. Brady's class.
Mrs. Hancock would like to shout out her entire class also for welcoming their new classmates and working together as a team. I think that's another trait of cooperation on our pathway to Patriot Pride. Great job, Mrs. Hancock's class. Up next, we have Mrs. Smith and her son Jackson with a mindfulness lesson.
Hello, Petway Patriots. It's Miss Smith, and I'm here with my son Jackson for another mindful moment.
Hi, Petway Patriots.
Remember, being mindful is paying attention to what's happening in your body and your brain.
Today, we are going to talk about being mindful of our emotions.
When we are mindful of our emotions, we recognize how we are feeling, and we are able to keep our emotions under control.
I like to think of our emotions as zones. There are 4 emotional zones: blue, green, yellow, and red.
When we are in the green zone, we are ready to work and play. We are focused, calm, and happy.
When we are in the yellow zone, we may feel silly, wiggly, stressed, or frustrated, but we still have some control over our feelings. We need to be aware we are in the yellow zone and take caution, not to let our emotions get out of control.
When we are in the blue zone, we may be feeling sad, tired, bored, or sick. We might feel unmotivated and be moving very slowly.
If you find yourself in the red zone, your emotions are out of control and it may feel like you're going to explode. You may feel mad, angry, mean, or overwhelmed. You may feel like yelling or hitting. In this zone, you are not calm, focused, or happy. You can't play or work.
It's important to know that we don't have any bad emotions. It's okay to feel any emotion. We just have to show self-control and make good choices, whatever we are feeling. When you are feeling an emotion, check to see what zone you are in. When you are in the blue or red zone, you may need to ask for help.
So when you are in the green zone, your mind and body feel calm and you're ready to work and play. So it is important to practice getting to the green zone.
Here are a few mindful tools that Jackson and I use to stay in the green zone or get back to green.
Try them for yourself. Take a walk, take a deep breath, or use positive self-talk.
Listen to music, take a break, draw or write in a journal. When you feel an emotion, think about what zone you are in. Use mindful tools to try to get to the green zone. Ask for help if you need it. Take care, Petway Patriots.
Have a great week.
And remain Petway proud.
Great job, Jackson and Mrs. Smith. We always love your mindful moments. Up next are our Students of the Month. And remember, our Students of the Month are chosen for showing good character. From kindergarten, in Mrs. O'Donoghue's classroom, congratulations, Philip Kravoshiev, for showing the trait of effort. From Mrs. Dubois' class, John Latushko, for being a responsible Petway Patriot. Another responsible Petway Patriot is Juliana Mendez from Mrs. Mastro Giovanni's class. From Mrs. Fiore's class, Henry Fabry, for effort. And from Mrs. Kahn's class, Joseph Ubelacher, for being a responsible Petway Patriot.
From Mrs. Shropshire's class, Kaden Caraballo, for showing effort. Mrs. Bell's class is Antonius Martinez, for showing responsibility. Mrs. King is Christian Franco, also showing responsibility. Mrs. Napoli's Student of the Month is Michaela Mercano, for being respectful. Mrs. Ruger and Mrs. Mercado's Student of the Month is Charlotte Greger, for showing personal pride. And Mrs. Alexander's class, Alexander Cavo Asatino, for showing effort.
In second grade, Mrs. Armstrong's class, we have Ava Quinones, for showing effort. Mrs. Gruccio, Mrs. Smith's class, we have Corinne Ortiz, for showing all of her effort as well. In Mrs. Brady's room, Jaden Cologne Mello, for being a responsible Petway Patriot. In Mrs. Castellini's room, we have Braden Ganley, for respect. From Mrs. Hancock's room, Ella White, for being a responsible Petway Patriot.
From Mrs. Holt's room, we have Yaquiel Preto Hernandez, for showing effort. From Mrs. Mastro's class, Haley Anderson, for also showing effort. From Ms. Ocasio L, DJ Panicelli, for responsibility. From Mrs. Pilla and Mrs. Dunlap's class, Christian Scherer, for showing effort. From Mr. Oliveri's class, Jackson Suey, for being respectful.
In fourth grade, Mrs. Sturkley's room, Layla Barnes, for being a responsible Petway Patriot. From Mrs. Hesser's room, we have Daniel Bublik, for showing personal pride. From Mrs. Kaffenberger and Mrs. Valari's room, we have Asia Rodriguez, for respect. From Mrs. Scarpa's room, we have Amara Stewart, for responsibility. And from Mrs. Burns' classroom, Zeke Patton, for being a respectful Petway Patriot.
Our fifth graders, starting with Mrs. Petrini's room, Louis Russo, for being responsible. From Mrs. Bordeaux's class, Anaya Gonzalez, also for responsibility. Mrs. Weaver's class, Joseph Riggins, for always putting forth effort. From Mrs. Menghetti's classroom, Joshua Smith, for being respectful. From Mrs. Gunther Nolan's class, Liana Garcia, for personal pride. And from our Deaf Ed class, Christopher Serrano Sanchez, for showing responsibility. Great job, everybody. Great job, Petway Patriots. Our Student of the Month, it's the cream of the crop of our Petway Patriots. It's the children who are always following the pathway to patriot pride. We are so proud of you. Up next, we have the Petway Pledge. led by Mrs. Brady, and the Pledge of Allegiance from Mrs. Ruger and Miss Mercado's class. And Mrs. Sturkey's class is going to lead us with our school song.
Hello, Petway Patriots. Mrs. Brady here. I'm wearing my Halloween costume. I am here to lead you in the Petway Pledge for today. Here we go. We, the students and staff of Petway Elementary School, will work together to create a safe, caring, and positive school. We will be respectful and truthful, solving all problems in a cooperative way so we can learn and grow together. Please remember to use the Petway Pledge throughout the day.
Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're a school of love and a school of cheer. A school of hope made for someone dear. Mrs. Petway would be proud, so it's time to shout out loud. We're a great school after all. We're the Petway Patriots. We're the Petway Patriots. We're the Petway Patriots. We're a first-class school.
All right, Petway Patriots, I hope you have enjoyed Pride Day today. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about the Millville Motorsports Park. I know that I enjoyed my time and I learned a lot. I hope you guys get some time to go out there, take a little visit, and learn some more. Make sure you tune in next time to see where in the city is Mrs. Mongaluzzo. Have a great month.
Mrs. Mongaluzzo, I have to tell you, I enjoy your segment of where in the city is Mrs. Mongaluzzo, and I can't wait to see where you go next time. I've learned so much about the Millville Motorsports Park, and I hope to get out there real soon. Petway Patriots, everybody is doing a wonderful job. It's so nice to see everybody back in school. We are working hard, and you are doing such a great job. I am so very proud of you. Remember, each day, think about our pathway to Patriot Pride, make good decisions, and always try to be a good Petway Patriot. Everyone have a wonderful week of learning, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.